Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Check one, check two. Hey, make some noise if y'all can hear me, man. Just want to make sure my mic is working. I have nobody to test it with. It's a Dro solo edition, Savage AF, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. I'll be cursing in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Until then, oh, good humor wasted. Welcome to it, Kevin Keith. I see you. Loud and clear. Okay, good. We good. D Jones, I see you in the building. Y'all stick with me. It's a Dro solo edition. Y'all might just have to catch this background noise today because man, it's hot in LA. I mean, it's not like heat wave hot, but you know, considering the weather we've had leading up until this point, you know, just 84 degrees feels real. There's no clouds in the sky. So that sun is just beaming out there. And I'll get more into my day in a minute, but business first, man. Savage AF, forget your feelings, facts matter. Today is a Dro solo edition. I'm your boy Black Pedro. You see it right there. Savage AF, we're the show that gives you the politics, the hot topics, the current events in an I don't give a fluff style. Ha! We're some crazy dudes. Usually comedian Shang is here to my virtual right, but right now, currently, he is in his vehicle on his way to Las Vegas, Nevada, where if you are in that area this week, you can catch Shang live every night, Monday through Sunday this week, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, at the LA Comedy Club in the Strat, inside the Strat, right on the north end of the Strip. Great club. You know, Shang always bangs. So if you're in Vegas, catch Shang live. Myself, I'll be at the Sunset Rooftop Thursday this week, 8 p.m. And somewhere in Orange County or something. I'll get y'all more info about that this weekend. But that being said, man, Shang not here today, so Dro solo edition for those who know what it is. That's what it is. Monday through Friday, we're here for you guys, typically live 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically on YouTube and Facebook at the same damn time. Now, if you ever miss us live, the drugs have taken over your mind, your soul, your spirit. Need you to get right, man. Go to our YouTube channel where we keep all our episodes archived. So if you ever miss us live, we can fix that. YouTube.com/C/SavageAFWorld. All one word, man. Get it in. When you get there, don't just be staring. That's weird. Do this. Ding, ding. All right. Subscribe, get notified, and you'll stay alive. I'm not sure the two have an actual correlation, or you know what I'm saying, but do it. It's not going to hurt your life, but it could help ours. So do that. If you've been kicked off of YouTube because of your drinking problem, because of the drugs, because of your cursing, we understand. We've been there. I'm 40 seconds away from letting loose myself. But should you have been removed from this platform of YouTube, we have a concurrent platform that you can catch us on live. Facebook. Nobody gets kicked off of there. You got to incite a insurrection to whatever. That being said, SavageA.F. Okay, SavageA.F. That is how you want to find us on Facebook. With the thumbs, man, the likes. All right, we need them thumbs up on that Facebook page, and make sure you're always Judge us. We ask for the judgment. Rate me. Okay? Rate with a T. RATE me. I want y'all to rate me. Rate me. Yeah, I'll be your rate case. Make sure you hear rate me. Comment, subscribe. Rate with a T. A T. Rate me. All right. That being said, that got weird. That's why they can't leave me alone. Stop talking to yourself on the show page. Oh, sorry. Follow us on what is turning out to be the most important thing. If this was Dune, this would be the spice. Instagram at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang, and with the companion app, the new one that's the fastest growing app in the history of aptitude. Uh, on Threads at Black Pedro, also at Comedian Shang. Growing quite a reputation over there. They're starting to call me Frederick Douglass, y'all. So I'm out there trying to speak the truth on the threads. So make sure you get at me. That being said, I'm gonna get into the show. This Dro Solo edition. It's just gonna be one thing. Um, oh, by the way, Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro is here for you. Shang will be back tomorrow live from Vegas. But in the meantime, in between time, you know, like I've said before, we are not accredited journalists associated with any, recognized news outlet. However, being the brothers that we are and the brother that I am today, I ask those hard hitting questions. And when we ask them here on Savage AF, the harder this, the harder this hittingest questioningest question that we ever done questioned is this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start off today's topic, it's motherfuckers say what? It looks like y'all want a future without people. Y'all want a future without people? Motherfuckers say what? Today, so it was day 4 officially of the SAG after strike, and they combined SAG after WGA Writers Guild, and SAG after, for those who don't know, is the union that represents myself and I think 160,000 other actors or so in this business, in this game. Um, we've been on strike. The writers have been on strike since May 2nd, and we joined in on Friday officially. And with our own strike, but combined, they're running in tandem, basically asking for the same things. So today, I went out for the second day of picketing. Friday, I was at Paramount Studios in Melrose. Today, I went up to Netflix on Sunset. First of all, yeah, definitely wish this strike had hit in like ugh, October, November. More temperate weather, maybe a little chilly. But when I say it was devils, like if the devil went to Taco Bell at 3 a.m. and got nothing but chili cheese, chalupa, some make up Mexican words, a gorlupa, a chidito, you know what I mean? And ate nothing but that for the next 3 hours straight. Imagine the heat of that asshole. The devil's post Taco Bell asshole. That's how hot it is outside. Like I said, there's no clouds, sun just beaming. One side of the building had a little bit of shade, but it's a tough gig, but completely necessary. And the sunshine can't keep me away. I had on my little bucket hat. Um, a brother does need to get some sunscreen. Need to make that investment. I don't know what my black ass is thinking. Um, and then I have my also have my camel pack, or little water backpack. It's water in here. You hear that? That's life in there. Although, the union does provide free waters, and there's a little snack station. So that's there. But I figure if I can provide my own for myself, then that'll leave a little bit more for somebody else, right? But yeah, we're out here fighting. Um, in addition to just kind of like fair wages according, to the revenue generated. Um, one of the main issues that we're arguing over is this AI stuff. And when I say AI stuff, one of the main points is with our contract is the AMPTP, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, wants to be able to scan background actors and then own their digital image in perpetuity, which means forever, ever, and be able to use them in any way, shape, or form without any further compensation other than a day rate, which would maybe a couple few $100, man. So that being said, I'd already been thinking that this is a slippery slope. And then I ran across this video, and it did make me say, "Motherfucker, say what?" Listen for a few seconds, about 40 seconds here, and I'll meet you on the other side.
We don't want a movie or a series to end. It doesn't have to. You could use AI to continue to generate more episodes, another sequel, and have this kind of ongoing storyline. For example, maybe you actually subscribe to Lord of the Rings as a franchise, or Succession as a series, and you continue to generate more. And then there is a world where eventually, maybe we get home from work and we say, I'm in the mood for a rom-com, I've gotten my heart broken, or whatever it is, and AI generates something for you.
Could you even choose the actors? Do you know what I mean? You could be like, I want one with Meryl Streep and Hugh Grant, and it would do...
Yeah, so a world where we even one day maybe subscribe to actors, and their AI appears, absolutely.
Motherfucker, say what? Bro, the day I come home and just watch animation of real motherfuckers. Can you imagine Meryl Streep starving in the streets because y'all done digitally downloaded her? And now she fuck all if she can get a job? Y'all gonna have Meryl Streep peeing in your bush outside your house, reciting lines from The Devil Wears Prada, scaring your kids. All because y'all done digitized. And now she can't even work because Chica over here wants to go home and just order a Meryl Streep movie with Hugh Grant. How you know they even like each other? They might not even get along, digitally or real. Can't just do shit like that. Meryl Streep? Y'all out your mind. Listen. The young lady talking there, her name's Sinead Bovell. She's a futurist. And, if you're a robot, I think what she said sounds really cool. But as a human, that shit sounds fucked up and scary. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why she sounded so goddamn happy. Or she's like, you could just you could keep a series going and make up your own shit. I'm like, but that's why we sit at home and watch other, because the writer does that. And then we're like, oh man, good story. And then if you want to write, then you write your own story. But you can't just take the people writing and then be like, you know what? No, I want Pam and Martin to get together. Fuck Gina. Like, what you gonna do with that? Ain't nobody gonna watch that, man. You fucking with history? I don't know. Obviously, I'm concerned as an actor. You may recognize me from Not a Goddamn Thing, by the way. Most of my success has been in commercials. But you may have bought some of the products I've sold. Anybody got a Honda out there? You're welcome. But you know, as an actor, yeah, that is worrisome. Even as a stand-up comedian, most especially for me as a stand-up comedian, because that's where these two skill sets, acting and writing, for me, are completely intertwined. You know what I mean? Like I write all my own material and I perform it. And you know, it should be on TV soon, hopefully, or on a screen near you. Um, so yeah, you know, this is concerning. You know, I guess I'd have to go tear down Skynet if these motherfuckers took my face and put some stand up routine to it and had me quote unquote on stage performing whatever the fuck. I'm like, no, bro, you know, all the machines got to die. They're gonna break in my house and find my microwave was stabbed to death. Uh, yeah, you know, good humor, definitely a concern in the long run. By the way, shout out to everybody who's here. Damani Jones, Maya, good humor, WDMA, I see you. AJ Fit, Twana, thank y'all for being here. Um, and I know y'all are experiencing real heat out there. It's 111 in Vegas where my mom is. So, you know, everybody, please stay safe in this heat. It really isn't a joke. You know, 84 may not sound like a lot, but I was out there for 2.5 hours walking in a loop, you know, and a lot of it was in the sun. So, you know, that shit wears you down. But I was prepared with my water and my hat and my whatnots. But back to this lecture at hand. And let me get this banner back up for y'all, so you know what we're talking about. But yeah, this, you know, this futurist Sinead Bovell sounded very excited about these possibilities, but you know, I think that's the importance of this, um, you know, of this fight that we're in, that SAG and the WGA are in with the AMPTP, because you know, unlike, you know, I saw another industry sort of collapse, at least in my city in Detroit, and you know, I grew up in a union household, UAW, been on picket lines since I was a kid. But as automation moved into that industry and human jobs went away, I saw, you know, what was left of, you know, a declining city by the time I was born and got there, sort of completely collapse around that industry. I would say relative to its glory days. Um, and now I think there's only one functioning auto plant in the city. Um, but you know, when this automation moved in, and cost of living was going up, and wages were not matching. It sound familiar? You know, I'm talking about the '80s right now, but you know, it does apply. You know, very bad things happened economically for the city, economically, infrastructurally, socially, and just in terms of you know, safety wise, criminally, right? So now I want to take this actor strike, which is, I think, you know, because it's not this working class thing, or at least that is thought of, right? Like actors in Hollywood, it all sounds like some glamorous shit, and that, you know, Brad Pitt is just arguing for another pool. But that's not it. You know what I mean? You know, there are a lot of actors out there, and this thing being that it's television and movies related and streaming, it's you know, it's more prominent, it's more visible, right? Who gave a fuck about auto workers in the '80s in Detroit? None of y'all. None, because I ain't seen none of y'all there, right? But everybody watches stuff, right? And you know, a lot of people in a lot of Americans drive foreign cars, so the American industry, auto industry specifically, I don't think was, you know, as shiny an object to look at, to put it in certain terms. But this is right. This is glitz and glamour, and you know, it affects some of your favorite actors on down to the nobody that you don't know who's on their way up, right? So there's more vision around this, or more visibility around this. Sorry, but uh, you know, if we can extrapolate then outside of this industry, if we're looking at a future where you could just sit home and pluck these little avatars and pick a storyline, and you say rom com, or fantasy adventure movie with whoever and whoever, right? And then the computer and puts together a movie for you to watch. And so you won't even need the actors anymore. Okay, well, if you can do that potentially in our industry, in the entertainment industry, I mean, why can't you just do that everywhere? Like, really, what the fuck would we need lawyers for, or like judges? Right? You wouldn't have to worry about buying off AI, right? Harlan Crow couldn't take you know the fucking calculator on a yacht and influence Roe v. Wade, right? Like, why would anybody's job be necessary anymore? Eventually AI could pour coffee, flip burgers, serve you at a restaurant, open a wine bottle, whatever, dog. Like, so if we won't need actors anymore to act in movies, and writers to create the content for them to act in, stand-up comics to talk shit about your shirt. If we won't need any of those jobs, we won't need anything. We won't need anybody, bro. We won't even need coders, like the computer coders or whatever. We won't need, like, the AI is gonna start coding for itself, right? Like, I've heard this talk. So, like, why would we need any? And then what are we talking about? Fucking Terminator, nigga. Where the machines are like, yeah, what the fuck do we need you guys for? You're killing all the birds, and birds are beautiful. The AI is going to come to appreciate the earth more than we do. Y'all want a future without people? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So I'm saying all of this to say, man, that this thing isn't about your most famous actors or whatever in the world trying to squeeze another mill or two out the contract, right? And it's not even me about trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all just want what's fair, on our base scale level, relative, like I said, to the revenue generated. And while the CEOs argue about the economic climate, and the subscription base, and now it's different, and blah blah blah. It's really hard to feel bad for a dude who makes $27 million a year. Doing what? What do if there's any CEOs out there, what do y'all do? I'm not saying y'all don't do nothing. I just ain't never been no CEO, so I don't really know. I know it's a lot of meetings. I watch Succession. You talk down to people and answer the phone a lot, and then helicopters, and then some black cars. You don't drive. CEOs don't drive, unless it's like some vintage Jaguar that they fall into a ditch and kill themselves with. But whatever. Um, so but CEOs, guess what? The AI gonna take over. They ain't gonna. The AI could be the AI is gonna be the CEO one day. Fuck it. I said, just see the CEO one day gonna go to log in, and it's gonna be no. They're gonna hail your ass from 2001: Space Odyssey. He's gonna take over all this shit. Start pumping carbon dioxide through the ventilation system. Dead. Everybody, whole board, just slumped over on that nice conference table. AI done took over the thermostat, run the building now. Fuck out of here. So yeah, man, this is me on a solo rant, trying to save my little livelihood that I'm scraping up, because like I said, even as a server, yeah, y'all know I work at a restaurant as well. Man, a computer could do what I do. You can have people punch it in, or one day have a little video screen come up with my face that they done bought. Like, hi, I'm Pedro. You know what I mean? Check the Wi-Fi if that start happening, because I don't stutter. Um, so that that wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be a real representation of me digitally that I don't own ever. Plus, can we just talk about the idea of owning somebody's face forever? Like even making that request and then only wanting to pay them one time a nominal fee, fractions of pennies over time. Like that's some sick shit. It's like I don't know, some comic book villain shit. Like, I will own all the faces in the world. And every time someone shows their face, they'll owe me money. Kevin Keith, don't go Tedros on me, dog. Don't go Tedros. That nigga's weird. All right. Good Humor says, that's insane. It's like virtual slavery. Could you imagine, like, if I had to audition against my digital self for the role of playing me in my stand-up movie, the movie about my stand-up life. Black Pedro just is, right? And they're like, no, Pedro, you read that well. Nigga, I wrote it. But we've got this other guy, dooba-dooba-doo. A hologram comes up or some shit. Did y'all see that Drake had a concert recently? One of his concerts, this nigga was sitting down with his younger self. LeBron did it in the commercial. Yeah, it's cool until your younger self fucking takes over your career, Drake. Yeah. Wait till we're watching a virtual basketball league. Ain't a goddamn player on the court. Ain't a court. Ain't even no court. It's just a young ass LeBron dunking on everybody, including old ass LeBron. This shit won't even make sense no more. What if they AI have a fake ass Allen Iverson just out there? Pedro versus Vedro. See, that's the twin I don't want. Good him. I don't need no Vedro out here. It's hard enough being me. And that nigga hairline gonna be crisp. Vedro ain't gonna have this natural lagoon shit over here. That nigga shit gonna be 95, Pedro. 1995. Stepping out of Detroit Cast Tech High School. Nigga crisp. Boxed. Nigga, what? Ha! Woo! Wavy in that bitch. Just coasting on them. Yeah. That's gonna be and then my black ass is gonna be, and then I'm gonna get to work, and that nigga gonna be at the restaurant too. Cause that's the thing. They got a movie coming out, they clone Tyrone or some shit. Imagine that. Everywhere you go and you already there. Where the fuck you supposed to go now? You don't have to feed these niggas. They don't have to live nowhere. Ain't no fucking work overtime hour, child labor law, virtual slavery. Damn it. Kevin Keith said Charles Barkley did it, but he was so dumb when he was young that they had to get a stunt double. Terrible. AJ Fitz says, give them away or a reason America would charge for air. You know it's coming, bro. You know it's coming. Come on, dog. Okay, now see, Damani Jones says, but what if AI did a good job and you get a check for nothing? Man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. If I owned my own digital image and could license or lease it out, pimp it out. Let's talk about what it is. Like, get your digital ass out there, Vedro. Go get me my money. All day. All day. But the situation we're looking at now with the AMPTP, Damani, is, and again, that's the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, the ones who want to own your image. They would own my image. And as far as I can tell, this is specifically around background actors, which are, for those who don't know all the Hollywood terms or whatever, but they are the actors literally in the background. You got your two characters acting in the front in the scene, and then there's somebody walking in the back, and some kid throwing a football, or just two girls walk by with books or some shit. You know what I mean? Some a dog walker, a little jogger. You don't even see their face sometimes. Most of the time, some are blurred out. But when you do see some faces, some party scene or whatever, and people dancing in the back or whatever, they want to own those people's faces and then be able to use them as background people, the lead actor, murderer, porn star, bukkake slut. They can do whatever they want to with that image and not pay you another dime, not a penny, a red cent, not a quarter, not a nickel, not a dollar. You understand me, sir? No money. No money, Demani Jones. That's what they're talking about. So they want to own people's images, people's faces, use them however they want to, and never pay you past that day's work where they scanned your face. But I'm telling you, if I could do that, own the image and get money off of that motherfucker, y'all would never know. Y'all would never see me again. This nigga Vedro would be everywhere. Oh, nigga, what? Be what? Vedro versus Vedro? It be, man, stop playing. But letting them own my image and, like Good Humor said, digitally enslave me, because that's my point. Like, because then I'm gonna have to go up against myself for roles that I would be good for, right? That they would just own. And to do it to the background act, I mean, these are like the least paid actors on set, absolutely. So to like try and just cancel that part out, sure, saves a bunch on the budget line, but god damn, some people are out here scraping together little survivings off of the day work on a as a background actor. Some people end up being permanent background on shows. I mean, there's a bunch of Walking Dead motherfuckers that you'll never know who they were, their face, but they worked on that show for years just as zombies and shit, right? Like, that's a living for some people. Somewhere, at least it adds to it. But yeah, Good Humor is selling air for souls. If anybody's interested, I'd read the fine print on that if I were y'all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there's already a lot of fuckery around it. Good Humor, where it's like, look at the contract people sign. We own your name, image, voice, likeness, in perpetuity. And that, yeah, like, you're right. That's already occurring. But typically it's just around a project, right? Like, oh, you shot this comedy special, and the network owns it in perpetuity, or the production company owns it, depending on the kind of deal you put together, right? Like, that happens. But to take, so, and you can rerun that work and blah blah blah, but it would just be that piece. And as an artist, as a writer, as a stand-up, I could create more work, right? But to own my look, my face as an actor, which is a big part of the tools that we use. As far as I know, I haven't seen any faceless actors yet. I guess some of the extras in Westworld as robots, but it's not what we're talking about. But our face is a big part of the tools that we use. So to take ownership of that, you know, that's, that's like saying you own a pianist's hands or a porn star's dick or something. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you can't own my dick. Get your own. Jeez. Bronda, welcome to it. I need 10 jumping jacks. You're a little late. All right. You know what time. You heard the bell. And yes, not just the kids good humor, but everybody needs to read and understand before they sign on the dotted line. And this is the power of being in a union, though, because as an individual, any given individual, Brad Pitt on down, you're not. These places could crush you, right? Absolutely. But collectively as a union, we have the power to stop this, right? And part of what the union what the union has done already over time is make it so that the dotted line stuff, if you're working a union gig, isn't something you should ever have to worry about. And if something goes wrong, you hit up the union, they got your back. We fight over this, they get things, you know what I mean? Like there's a support system for you as an individual, who a lot of times we are stepping into these multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar corporations and productions, as a small piece, that is very important, but you don't have, without the union, we don't have power within that structure. That's plain and simple. So these signing on the dotted line, things like that, that's why the unions are here. If you're an actor out there, independent, keep humping and busting your ass to get in this union, because the gigs do get better, the pay is better, the treatment is better, like what I mean, the things they have to do to protect you and are better. People have fought for that, died for that, and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate growing up in a UAW union household and knowing that every meal that I ate, every fragment of clothing that I ever wore, every car I rode in, trip I took, experience I had, from ages 0 to 22, were because of union wages, and the money that my mother was able to make to support my sister and I, which, in previous generations working in her industry, those things were not guaranteed. People had to fight for it, literally, physically, and die, literally, physically. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? God damn. AJ Fitz said, get jobs doing voiceovers. Buddy who did Simba is still getting big checks before AI takes that away. I mean, but that's all part of the fight, AJ, for real. You know what I mean? Like that really all is part of the fight, because your image, your voice, they're gonna be able to steal all of that. So the deep fake thing it's gonna be a thing. I think it's gonna be a huge problem in politics. And for those who don't know, deep fake is when right now they can take existing video of a person and make it look like they're saying a whole bunch of other shit through AI. So yeah, ownership of my image, I am not down for. An image of me, yeah. Some people take pictures, photos, shoots, blah blah blah. They own that picture. All right. You know what I'm saying? But generally you're protected from them altering it in ways that would make it look ridiculous. But and it would just be one picture. But to own essentially me, my image, because that, like I said, that's what we do in acting. We're the prettiest motherfucking picket lines in the history of picket lines. Okay. You think them goddamn factory workers look like this? But yeah, no, in all seriousness, it's This is a fight, but I think it applies to everybody in every industry. I don't give a shit what you do out there. The machine gonna be the doctor. They ain't even gonna need doctors because y'all about to get rid of humans. What the fuck? The fuck would AI need doctors for? Lawyers, judges, priests, whatever. You know, whatever you're doing, mechanic to do for what? Once they realize they don't need us, what you need cars for? Cars were for humans to get around. With the AI, where the AI need a ride to? They just beam itself wherever it wants to go. Wi-Fi, why not fi? Shit. So yeah, man. Yeah. Whatever you do out there, I don't care what you do. You're a pro athlete. Bye. That's dead. NBA 2K show that. They gonna have virtual games. Y'all niggas ain't gonna exist no more. What is the thing? What musicians? You don't. They already don't need that. That musicians got put out the music industry in the fucking 80s and 90s and shit. What? What do you do? The AI can replace you too. So if you don't pay attention and you let the AI replace the actors, nigga, bye. Goodbye. Because the AI ain't gonna need money. We do all this shit for money. The AI don't need money, nigga. This is dumb. Like, this is dumb. We've seen Terminator. We've seen all the fucking movies. I don't know how we're doing this. I don't know what scientists are. Bro. Because like in Terminator, there was nobody. There was no dude sitting over the machines like, yes, Skynet and me and Microwave have taken over. Like, no, nigga. The Skynet shit is nobody. And yeah, I get it. It's a fictional movie, but mm, mm, seems like a lot of fiction then started to fact, especially when it comes to science fiction shit. A lot of fiction is starting to fact out here. So yeah, man. There was nobody who worked at there was no person who worked at Skynet after the machines took over. So Bob Iger and all you so Bill Gates and all these motherfuckers, Elon, everybody, nigga, they computers won't need you. As genius as they are, they think better, nigga. Like a calculator is better at math than Bill Gates at a certain point, right? Like, right? Like just the little solar panel calculator. You get a little jam on it and the 3 button gets stuck. That one, it's still better at math than goddamn Bill Gates or whoever. Whatever, name a genius. Neil deGrasse. Oh, the little calculator is better at math than all them motherfuckers. All of them. They put a bunch of shit together. They're like, run it through the computer. Why? Because the computer does the shit better. And as soon as you tell the computer that, what the fuck? How you gonna teach heart, sympathy, love to the computer? The computer ain't gonna give a fuck. That shit ain't gonna make sense. That shit's gonna run on zeros and ones, nigga. All right. That being said, man, that's your Dro Solo edition. I'm about to destroy all the electronics in my house. Y'all ain't gonna get me. So this is the last time y'all gonna say I'm about to fuck this computer up. Okay, I got a warranty on it anyways. But yeah, everything getting smashed in this motherfucker. If it's a wire in that bitch, I'm setting fire to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just made that up. All right. Guys, Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Y'all wanna a future without people? Go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead. I ain't fucking with it though. I'm trying to stay here. I'd like to see future generations of humans figure this shit out and make life better. Machines have helped us a lot. They've also environmentally hurt the planet a lot in a lot of ways. So let's let's stop for a minute and really think about what we're doing as a global society before we hit this on switch for Hal. and let AI take over our lives. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. This is Dro Solo Edition. Like I said, Shang is live in Vegas all week long, starting tonight, 8 p.m. at the LA Comedy Club inside the Strat, north end of the Strip. Good old time there. Get out there if you're in Vegas, man. Stay your ass inside. So they got AC at the club and cool drinks, shade. Amazing. Don't let that heat get y'all, man. We'll be back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, stay black if you are black. Do not be black if you are not black. I'm gonna say it one more time today. Do not be black if you are not black. Stay you. Stay true. Keep your finger out your nose, y'all. Savage AF. We'll see you tomorrow.